Hi guys, this is Christina with the Geocache family. We got tagged by the wonderful Josh over at the City Stead to do the 40 questions. And I like these questions. I think it's a great way to get to know each other. And so I wanted to go ahead and do it. If you guys haven't followed the City Stead, definitely I will have his link down in the description, but I love him and his family so much. We've been following them for quite some time, mostly because he is doing the urban farming gardening situation, which is the state we are currently in. We are trying to move towards our farm, and so Lord willing, we'll see what happens. All right, 40 questions. The first one, do you like blue cheese? I personally am not a huge cheese fan. I do eat it, but it's not my go-to. I like most cheeses when they are put into stuff, but to eat them just plain, I don't do that. Blue cheese is okay. Coke or Pepsi? Number 2. I do not drink soda, so neither. Only a couple of members in the family drink sodas. The oldest child and I, we do not. If we want a soda craving, we go to kombucha, which we are trying to learn how to do our own because it gets pricey otherwise. Number 3, are you in a relationship? Yes, my hubby and I have been married for 24 years. We just celebrated our anniversary, as a matter of fact. Number 4, hot dog or cheeseburger? That is depending on my mood kind of thing. I really can't pick one or the other. I'm not a huge meat fan, and I'm actually trying to kind of get away from it, but once in a while I like either or. Number 5, my favorite food. I like when my husband makes the cauliflower pizza. He crumbles the cauliflower into kind of a riced mixture, and then makes a crust out of it and then turns it into a pizza. I really like that. What do I drink in the AM? So my morning starts with usually a cup of warm tea for myself, with no sweeteners in it. And then when the oldest child gets up, she makes me a cup of coffee. And then when the middle child gets up, she makes me another cup of coffee. So, yeah, I do both tea and coffee in the morning. Number 7, can you do 100 push-ups? Not if my life depended on it. We have hypermobile, possibly EDS in our family, and so we have really bad joints, which if you've watched any of our videos, you know that oftentimes videos happen from the nest, which is where I'm currently sitting, because we feel like doo-doo. And yeah, I could not do 100 push-ups if my life depended on it. My favorite season is definitely spring. I love the smells that come out in the springtime. I love the new growth, seeing the buds, just everything. I love spring. I love it. All right, number 9, favorite hobby. We are a family of artists, and that includes film to just about any other art form that you can think of. We do wood burning, we do painting, we make stickers, we have clay and sculpture, just about anything and everything. We have dabbled in it. I wouldn't say that we are professional by any means, but we do it, we love it, and we're passionate about it. I even lump gardening into that because flowers are art to me. Gardening is art, and I've really discovered that the last 4 years or so, trying to make the gardening space an aesthetic on its own. And so yeah, we are a artist, urban farming family. Yes, that's it. Okay, number 10, tattoos. I have 6 of them, and this is my most significant one because this was for a friend who passed away. through suicide. And this symbol is the semicolon, which in writing is a pause, and then you continue on. And so that symbol represents the rest of us that are left behind when someone has taken their life, to pause, but then continue the story. So yeah, that was a big one. All of my tattoos are butterflies. They are one of my favorite animals. They represent a freedom and a wildness that I have always fantasized about, I guess. Even when I was little, I would sit and watch butterflies in my mom's garden and stuff, and I would be like, oh, they're so free. And so yeah, I love butterflies. Do I wear glasses? Number 11. I have started to wear glasses this year. I actually got my glasses 2 years ago, and they're bifocals. The top of the glasses has no prescription. The bottom is a very low prescription. But I actually need to get in because I feel like my eyes have changed even since the last time I got my eyes checked. So yes, I wear glasses. Phobias. Number 12. I hate being alone. All that to say, I do like downtime and quiet, but I don't like being left alone in a space. And so as long as I know somebody's around, you know, in the house or the vicinity, I'm okay. But if I'm completely alone, I cannot stand it. I also hate tight spaces. I'm very claustrophobic. Tight, dark spaces. Can't do them. All right, number 13, nicknames. My nickname in high school was Sunflower. I used to actually wear my hair very similar to have it right now, except for I had braids that came down. And I had leather straps that wound down. And then my dad had given me his old army fatigues, and so I would wear those with like a tank top or whatever. And so the guy that gave me the nickname, his name was Kyle. He was a cutie. He called me Sunflower. That was also when the Woodstock resurgence was going around, and there was a commercial for the current Woodstock where the two people in it who were in the original Woodstock are older now, and they see each other from across the field and call each other's names. And I don't know, for whatever reason, the girl in the commercial must have reminded Kyle about me, and so he just redubbed me Sunflower. And it stuck. I hated it. Oh my gosh, it drove me insane because all of the football players were calling me Sunflower, and I was like, stop it! And he was so popular. Yeah, nobody listened to me, so I was Sunflower, which ironically is my favorite flower. So I didn't know the guy otherwise, and so it's just kind of funny. It was my favorite flower, and now I'm kind of glad it stuck because thinking back, it was funny. So yeah. All right, favorite candy. Ooh, this is another one of those things that has changed over the years. I used to love anything chocolate, anything sweet, and now that I'm getting older, yeah, not so much. So my mom found these ginger chews. I really like these. I think I'm addicted to these. So I would say currently that's probably my favorite candy, because otherwise I really don't do a lot of candy. I don't do a lot of sweets anymore. Oh. All right, number 15, my biggest downfall. My daughter says that I put too much on my plate, and I exhaust myself mentally with these to-do lists, and that's probably pretty accurate. I have always been guilty of spreading myself too thin, and it has taken the last 10 years of chronic health issues to really put me in my place of taking care of what really matters and doing my best for that day and letting the rest go. I'm still a work in progress. I still have areas I can do better in, but yeah, I've learned to just whatever I do that day is enough, and that's okay. Because we have so much sickness in our family and my extended family, we've really, really had to pare down on saying yes to so many things, even though they're good things. We don't say yes to them anymore because it's one of those things that at the time the yes could be heartfelt and probably doable, but then 2 days later a storm system moves in and our joints are on fire, and so then we can't do it. And so we have learned to really pace ourselves and kind of focus mostly on what we need to do here at home, because our urban homestead is filled with lots of little life forms that we all chip in together to take care of. They are honestly a big part of our time. Then I have a ton of house plants, and then that's the other side of it. So then when you throw in the gardens and the grass and the trees, that's a lot right there. And then, we homeschool year round because of yucky health. We have to go year round because, one day you're great and the next day you're not. And so, yeah, that is our plate, and that plate is full. So, yeah. Number 16, rain or snow. I don't like either of them because with rain and snow comes pressure changes, and pressure changes means pain in our joints. But if I had to choose one, I would take rain because the smell of fresh rain is uncomparable to anything else. I love it. I love the sound of rain on windows and roofs, and watching the birds play in the puddles afterwards. So yeah, if I have to choose, I would take rain. Number 17, piercings. I have 4 on this side, upper one up here, and 3 at the bottom. And then I have 3 on this side. I had planned on getting an upper one up here, but this one took over a year to heal. And I said, yeah, not doing that again. I also had a belly button piercing, but my body rejected it. It literally slowly over time kept pushing the belly hoop completely out. And so I have the scars for it, but no longer the piercing. Number 18, age. I just turned 43, believe it or not. 19, French fries or onion rings. Yes, both. Of guilty pleasures and eating things that are not good for me, yes to both. Number 20, kids. I have 3 beautiful children who are all teenagers now. And then I have lots of fur babies, swim babies, and feather babies in this house. So we are currently doing a shorts list introducing you, or having interviews with everybody that's in the house. So if you get a chance, go meet them all. 21, favorite color. I have 2. It is black and white, because from an artistic standpoint, black is the presence of all colors and white is the absence of all colors. I'm a Gemini, and so I like that extreme opposites of things, which is kind of like my mood. Either I'm really up or I'm really down. All right, 22, can I sing? Nope. I like to, but my family often tells me how horrible I sound. And I also push it to make it worse, just to drive them nuts, because, that's what you do to your family. Alrighty, 23, can I whistle? No, I cannot. I tried and tried and tried and tried, and I can't whistle. I don't know, it's a talent I don't possess. 24, where were you born? I am a Colorado native. I have been here my whole life. Well, with the exception of when I was younger and my dad was in the military. I guess we got stationed in Kansas for a little bit. But my brother got very sick with asthma. And so we had to find a place that did not set off his asthma as badly, which is why we ended up here. 25, can I cook? Only if I have to. I hate cooking. Every time I try to make something, my husband makes it better. And so he became the cook. I bake wonderfully and I enjoy doing that. But cooking is just another talent I do not possess. 26, can I swim? Yes. I wish I could live in water because of joint pain. Swimming is one of the best things that I can do for myself. And so, yeah, hopefully someday when we get our new property, we get a hot tub. If we could get a pool on that property, that would be even better. 27, are you religious? I wouldn't say that we're religious, but we have faith. We believe in individual relationships with our God, with Jesus. We do have a church that we love, and we attend when we can. But I have kind of strayed from doing the work. I don't believe in a work-based relationship. So, yeah, I have faith, but I wouldn't say I'm religious. 28, shower or bath? Shower, or laying at the bottom of the tub and pretending it's rain because it's warm and it feels good on yucky joints. 29, big city or nature? Nature, always nature. We are on the outskirts of our city, unincorporated area, but it's still so suburban, and it is not the life that I thought we would have as long as we have had it. But that's okay. I think God had to take me through some lessons and get us to a point where we steward well, and I think we are finally getting to that point where we can give him honor in the things that we are taking care of and that we are responsible for. So yes, nature all the time. I want my farm. All right, number 30. Are you a good friend? I would say I used to be a very good friend. I used to bend over backwards and drop anything at the moment that any of my friends needed anything. Once I got sick, I had to change that. If my friends need me, I would still help if health allowed. But I also don't go out of my way anymore to do the little things that I used to do that said I loved you or I was thinking about you, because I did those things all the time. So, yeah, I had to pull back. And so in some respects, I guess I have a guilt that I haven't been able to love on my friends like I used to, but I just don't have the energy and I don't have the time. So, yeah, I don't think I'm as good of a friend as I used to be, but in my heart, I think about them and love them all the time. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, because do you really want to say I suck at being a friend? No, because, I still try to do things at least a couple times a year. I don't know. I'm going to change that. Yes, I'm a good friend. I love my people in my tribe. Alrighty, 31. Broken bones. I have broken multiple toes, and I have fractured my left ankle twice. I also have plantar fasciitis going on in that foot. I have been dealing with that for 2 years, and it is finally feeling better. So, yay! All right, 32. How many TVs? We have 4, but they don't all get used all the time. We come together as a family and watch TV together for dinner time. And then my younger kids, I call them little, they're not little anymore, but my younger ones, they have, 2 of them have TVs in their bedroom that when they're done with chores and school, if they choose to, they can watch TV. But a lot of times they're playing Minecraft or Legos or creating their own things. I have one in my bedroom that is on pretty much every night so I can fall asleep to it. So it's not getting watched, it's just there for noise, so I'm not alone. Going back to those stupid phobias. Alrighty. 33. Worst pain ever. I would say the chronic pain. because it doesn't ever go away. It is very hard to explain to somebody how you have days that are horrible and then you have days that are tolerable, but that you don't ever have totally pain-free days. And so, yeah, we don't usually talk about it. We don't dwell on it. We just keep to ourselves, especially if we're not feeling well. So, yeah, above, having children, even a bad tooth. I've been dealing with a bad tooth for the last month and had to have work on it. It's still nothing compared to the chronic pain that I have in my joints. Yeah, so, all right, 34. Do you like to dance? No. I have no rhythm at all. It is another talent I do not possess, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I have other things I excel in. 35. Do you like camping? I have only gone camping once, and I was in high school, and I hated it. But I think it was because it was like severely roughing it. I think were I able to go out and were able to keep warm and have a fire, right by my tent, and so that if my body temperature started getting too low, I could go warm up. I think I would love it. The kids and I and Dad have camped in the backyard in a tent with the kids, and that's been a blast. We used to do that all the time when they were smaller. Haven't done as much now that, they're older, but I hope that changes here in the future. We really want to go to the sand dunes that are here in Colorado. I got to go when I was in high school, and I would love to be able to go and camp down there. So that's kind of maybe this next year when things aren't quite so crazy, we can actually go and take the puppers and go camping at the Great Sand Dunes. 36, are you weird? Yes. I think we all have a little bit of weird in us. Josh said this in his 40 question video, and he said yes too, and I would agree. We all have our weirdness, and that's okay. That's what makes us unique and special, and how we can connect with each other. 37, whiskey, tequila, or vodka? I don't like to drink much, but if I do, I like tequila. There's a drink called Tequila Rose. It is my favorite. 38, siblings. I have one brother, and I have one adopted sister, and then I have a sister that came through marriage. So, one biological, 3 in all. I think that covers the 40 questions. I hope you got to know us a little bit better. Well, I hope you got to know me a little bit better. I'm the one that runs this channel, but as we go through this, if we were to do this for the whole family, of course, answers would be very different. So, yeah, if you guys want to know more, shoot questions down in the comment section. Otherwise, at least you got to know me a little bit better. And I thank you guys for watching and taking the time to get to know me. And I just hope that you continue to follow us and watch us grow as we go, because I think this next year is going to have a lot of growing. Okay, so I just want to thank Josh at the City Stead for tagging us. This was really fun to really stop and think about some of these answers. I think I want to tag Ernie Hatmaker. She was my very first subscriber to this channel, and I love her to pieces, and I would really like to hear some of her answers. I would also like to tag Saba Venus. I think that's how you say it. She has been a new follower, and I go to her channel too. I would like to hear her answers as well. And then lastly, Missy at the Shore Homestead. We've talked quite a bit back and forth, and I've enjoyed getting to know her, and I would really like to hear her answers to this. So I will link all of their information into the description. I hope you go and give them a visit. As always, grow as you go. Thanks for joining our journey, and we'll